I want to welcome everyone here to the Temple of Clarity in Vista, California for our Tuesday meditation. And we've been having a friendly talk, catching up with friends and finding out what adventures that are going to be coming up in the future, in the near future, and past adventures. We've been sharing what has been happening. So now we are going to shift gears. And I think what's coming through in this moment is the love of the Divine Mother. And that love is so tangible. And we have many emanations of the Divine Mother here. And we also have the Father, Spirit, that somehow together they create this intertwining light of creation, bringing and birthing new expressions of holiness and divinity in time and space. And there are many types of births. There are giving birth to a new business, giving birth to a love through your heart chakra, giving birth to the desire to bless all sentient life. So what's coming through, I feel, is this new blessing that we will be emanating through our hearts, minds, and souls as we accept being the messenger of blessing, the giver of peace, the healer, and in this meditation, let us contemplate being a pure stream of this release of light in time and space, coming from Spirit. This is a holy day. This is a holy day because we are the vehicles that bring spirit into matter, that bring this grace, this new love being born through us because we're conscious, we're caring, we're connected, and we have chosen to be a vehicle for something holy, something so beautiful that has never been seen in time and space before. And these are the ideas that I see flying in the room. These are the desires of the great ones, of the perfected souls, looking and praying too for people in time and space to want to give of themselves, connect to the infinite, and then emanate out to all life, to all beings, to all places in all dimensions. So that's the intention for this meditation. Please close your eyes and pray with me silently as I call and make this prayer. O light most holy, our Father, Mother God, all these citizens of heaven, of the heaven worlds and Buddhic realms in the pure lands of nirvanic consciousness, come out from the great silence. Come into this now moment. Fill this room with your love, with your peace, with the golden light, with all the totality of the I am that I am, individuated in each one. Let this holy fire, this love desire, touch the hearts of each one here and on the broadcast. Let us see with the eye of the one. Feel with the heart of the Divine Mother. Know with the mind of the Buddhas the plan, the ultimate plan of creation and all therein, as we sit in your presence. So now we'll have our short meditation, 15 or 20 minutes. This is a holy moment. Place yourself as if this was your last meditation in the arms of the Divine Mother, and forget all time and space and live in that now eternal moment. Coming back. There's still much happening here in this room, and I'll just give you some things I don't have words for. There's a golden sun above us. And in your mind's eye, you might be able to see the yellow golden light as it filters down from this spiritual realm into time and space. And inside that sun, in the center of this sun, is a golden sphere, living, conscious, moving, loving sun. And inside that sphere is another dimension that connects beyond time and space, yet is beyond that. And what I saw was that in this love, in this fiery birth of this universe, we together, side by side, all of us, in this golden sphere of love, fire of the great central sun, as it loved us into time and space as her children. Her love, her desire to bless and to grow and to expand. And each of these little suns we are in spirit, flung far and wide across many dimensions and universes. Somehow together we are now in this room, radiating a portion of this God light that we that we are to give birth to as individuals. Clear light, clear expressions. Pure God light. And so above this room is the sun, as she is here to remind us we have come far. Yet there are others who have forgotten who they are. And only through seeing one who has remembered can they remember. Through our eyes, through our loving words, through our gentle touch, through our nurturing of their souls. And it was like I could see the beginning, this birth of a universe was just the flame of love bursting out into time and space, giving life to everything this love touched. And so in this way, we are living flames of light fire, moving in time and space. And the ones that come to us, the ones we bump into at the grocery store or the supermarket, gas station, restaurants, we are sent there as her ambassadors to spread this love fire help them remember they too are that light, that beautiful, clear, golden fire. And when you're ready, open your eyes. It's a new day. So I have a couple of announcements. Wednesdays are the Divine Mother worship service and rosary, songs and prayers to the Divine Mother in the aspect of Our Lady of Guadalupe, who I found and formed this personal relationship with. Which is my great joy. Thursdays, we're having a book study led by Lisa on Zoom about angels. And the book we're studying is called Angels, Angels, Angels. And it's a book about what more can be said about angels. There is more to be said, as they want to say it. It's progressive revelations through David Christopher Lewis, who received these messages from the angels. And what do they want to say? What important information would they want to convey to us? Surprisingly, amazingly, transcendently beautiful messages that actually have value, and you can see how you can apply this information in everyday life, in your understanding of hierarchy and the government of heaven, and how they truly, really desire to be a blessing to humanity and continually promote that in heaven for us. Carlos snuck out of here before I could rope him into doing his ceremony that he did for us. Was it last year or was it 2 years ago?
Last year, I think.
Yeah.
Well, last year's pandemic. I think he did it in the...
I think it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think it was 2019, but I think it was late 2019. I think that's right. Like in
So
November, December timeframe, maybe even October.
I'll get him on the phone later and figure that out. We are also having in Livingston, Montana, a 4-day meditation retreat with the Heart Center movement. I think there's almost 70 people going. So the last count that I heard, it's going to be a pretty large group of initiates, future ascended masters, light workers, light emanators. A very fun group of people, actually. Very fun.
With lots of hikes and canyoning.
One of the world's most beautiful hikes is actually near Livingston, Montana, called Pine Creek. And I lived in that area back in the mid-'80s, and I didn't know about it. And I went back there, it was like 5 years ago, with my nephew, and we did the hike to the top of Pine Creek, where they have you go past the waterfall of Pine Creek, and then there's 2 more lakes before you get to the top, where there is this alpine lake. Truly a heaven world. I don't think we're going to do that hike because that's a 10-miler, and 5 of it is straight up pretty much through this canyon.
There's gooseberries up there.
Yes. Right behind the first waterfall, there's all these berries. And wherever you see berries up in Montana, you have to be very careful of the bears because they love berries. And so that you pick a bunch of berries before you go up the hill, the mountain, to take with you. It's liquid light energy. On the top, what people don't say, this is written about this hike on Pine Creek. There is a 100-yard by 300-yard vein of this light green quartz that separates one lake from another lake. So there's this just vein of quartz, and there's a waterfall that comes down from one lake into another lake. And beyond that lake, there's another like 200-foot waterfall into a heart-shaped lake at the bottom. And then it goes down to another waterfall where most people stop at that first waterfall. So this vein of light green, and I have some because I took some home, is truly amazing. That's where you find gold. The miners look for that to find gold. So somewhere in that upper alpine mountain there is a vein of gold. And it's probably inside that vein of green quartz. There are gazillion little alpine flowers. Well, I hiked in August, which is, after the snow melt. There was still snow up there in August. So, it's so high up that the snow takes a long time for it to melt. And finally, you can get to the top where the trail clears. But anyways, what a journey. I have some pictures of it. Just a magical place. Probably a heaven world of sorts up there with, I could imagine billions and billions of little fairies and angels. Another amazing event is when we got to the top, me and my nephew, we saw this place from the top, and then you kind of drop down into it again as to where the lakes are. This bald eagle flew over our heads and landed on a tree right in front of me and sat there. And we just looked at him and laughed because we knew we were in a magical place. And then the lake itself is a blue that is unearthly. The lake itself has this, because you're so high up, as you're like 9,000, almost 10,000 feet, the lake itself, the color of the lake is an unearthly, like fluorescent blue color. You don't see it. I've seen it in the ocean and once in my life, but never anywhere else. I think it's only 2 times I can think of where I've seen it look like that. There are these cute little animals, marmots they're called, that live there, a family of them. And so you can't leave your backpack because they'll run away with it. So you have to hold on to your backpack. And the lake has, I think, cutthroat trout, some kind of trout. I don't remember what kind. They're jumping out of the water. And there is a place around the far end of the lake where it must have been a gnome built like a pit for fire, but they made the chairs out of stones and a bench out of stones. It looked like a craftsman made this little spot there, but they're made out of this, it looks like shale of sorts, but you could sell that as a chair, and make it for, anyways, whoever made it was gifted. And that's Pine Creek. That's in Livingston. We usually go to Pine Creek, during these things, but we don't go up to the higher one. We go to the first waterfall during these events. So Livingston, Montana is also right next to the Yellowstone River, where the movie The River Runs Through It with Brad Pitt. You guys know. And a good movie and a very scenic movie. That was filmed right there. And then there's, I think we're going to go to the Living, what's that retreat? The Living... Healing Light Retreat, which is an immigrant, which is maybe 30 miles away. There's a mountain that is a pyramid-shaped mountain in this valley called Paradise Valley. There's like a pyramid-shaped mountain that looks like a magical mountain, looks like something you would see in India, except it's totally covered in trees. It's just this beautifully shaped mountain, a perfectly shaped mountain. And right across there is the city, little town called Immigrant, maybe 200 people, something like that, if that many, that live there. And the beautiful Vastu temple there. And the dates for that,
the 17th through the 20th.
the 17th through the 20th, for those of you who are
This month?
Yep. No, it's June.
June, those of you who would like to go to a 4-day meditation retreat, you can sign up on the heartcenter.org website. And we have to plan another Saturday outing, but I think we'll wait for another time to discuss that, where we'll do that on a Saturday. Have a little party, a little go to a field trip to some sacred site, or do something fun.
Is the Integratron open?
The Integratron, where is that?
Joshua Tree?
I think Joshua Tree's open.
But the Integratron building, the dome,
Oh, I've never been there.
super cool. There's not a nail in that dome.
Oh, maybe that could be a little adventure for us.
Have you not heard of it?
I've heard of it, but I haven't been. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've
So,
seen videos of it, and
yeah, there's just
Stefan, have you heard of that? It's not made with a single nail.
no. It was meant. Well, the guy who was in the process of building.
Here, let me give you this.
Okay. So the Integratron is out in the Joshua Tree area. And I forget the man's name who designed it. But it is a dome that was meant to harness energy and be an energy sort of healing place. He died before it could be finished. So it sat there, and this couple bought it and uses it to do sound meditations at it, because the sound vibrates throughout it. And it's really a cool structure that has this mysterious type of history to it, because it was channeled to him from there's this big rock that's out in Joshua Tree too that has a sacred type of history. Someone actually lived underneath that rock for a while. But the Integratron is that really, it's just this dome in the middle of nowhere. The location of the Integratron also was channeled and is along a ley line too. So it has extra energy there. I've only been there once to do a sound bath. It was pretty amazing. But if you're looking for an adventure, it's only like an hour and a half drive.
Let's do that.
You'd need to make reservations if they're open to do the
Like on a Saturday, we can call them.
yeah, or you just do it on the website, and it's not that expensive to do one of their sound baths. I mean, it might be like $20. Nothing crazy. But yeah, so you can get a group, like 10 people, but there'd be other people there. I think they have about 40, maybe 50 spots.
Isn't there a spiritual retreat facility out there too? Joshua Tree?
I'm not familiar.
Yeah, I'll look.
There's a lot of documents. There was a documentary recently on it. Would be one of the History channels on the Integratron. Just on the Integratron. It was really kind of cool. I'll see if I can't find it.
So this is a place. This is like, if it's on the History Channel, it's a place to go.
Well, it also sometimes shows up on Ancient Aliens, like the little 30-second soundbite. But they did a whole thing on the inventor, the rock that sparked the whole thing, and then how it's unfinished, and if you talk to the couple that own it, the documents after this guy died, the plans and stuff have been in the FBI or the government's hands, and anytime they do a FIO request, it's so redacted. I mean, it's like their property.
That sounds interesting, doesn't it, Stefan? Something different. It's well, we'd have to go pretty soon because it gets hot out there.
For sure.
Or we can do it in
I'm looking it up right now.
September or something like when it cools down out in the desert. I guess the best time to go out there is spring.
Probably. Yeah, they close down because it gets too hot too. I think they close down in August. You can't do anything in August.
Gets like 115 degrees out there in the desert. But in the springtime, in the winter also, it's only 70. So it's like you get out of the cold weather and you go to the warm weather.
Starting back in June. The schedule's up.
Oh, starting in June.
But only 20 people. Masks would be required.
Well, let's look into this deeper. I want to say thank you, everybody on the broadcast, for participating. Thank you for emanating that light, holding that vision of the sun for humanity, for each other. Because when one of us goes up the ladder of initiation, we all go up the ladder. We all grow together in this mandala, this Antakarana, the web. And then we hold that vision for each other, seeing each other in the light like that accelerates the spinning. Good night, everyone. God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow on the broadcast or in person if you come. I want to say hello to David and Marcos and Eric and all you online, Michael Vase, Carla,